Hi, travel agents. Thank you for being here today. My name is Cindy and I'll be your host. So, today we have a very exciting webinar. We have a Canadian city here, which we haven't done a webinar with in a while. And we have Victoria, BC here today. So, that is very exciting. And before we get started, I just want to go over some housekeeping rules. So, if you have any questions, please drop it in the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen, and we'll get to it at the end of the webinar. We also have two amazing prizes today we're giving away. The first one being a two attraction passes to Victoria, BC, valued over $2,000. We're also giving away a $50 Amazon gift card. So there'll be two prizes. To qualify, make sure you stay till the end of the webinar and we'll be drawing the winners offline, and the winners will be notified next week. And with that being said, I'd love to introduce our lovely presenter today. We have Ari Martinez here. Hi, Ari. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thank you so much.
Of course. Well, I'm sure the agents are very excited to hear about what you have to say. So please go right ahead.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Cindy. Welcome, everybody. I am going to start sharing my screen. Give me a second here so I can share. And I'm going to go into present mode. Can you confirm me, Cindy, very quickly that you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it. Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Ari, and I am the Travel Trade Manager for Destination Greater Victoria. And before I begin, I would like to start by acknowledging that Destination Greater Victoria is honored to be based on the traditional territory of the Lekwungen-speaking peoples of the Songhees Nation, an Exemption Nation, whose historical relationship with the land continues to this day. And of course, they were the first settlers here. So I am very honored to be sharing with you today about Victoria. And before we go to the 5 top main reasons why to visit Victoria, why to recommend Victoria, I want to explain to you a little bit where we are located. But before I do that, I want to share with you this quick video that will give you like if you're not related to Victoria, you can have a quick snip of how Victoria can welcome you and any guest that wants to travel here. So let's watch this video very quickly.
Meet Rosemary and Paul, first-time travelers to Victoria, BC. They flew straight into the harbor, stepped off the plane, and now they can't wait to dive into
the expansive mineral pools. Meet Danny.
Hey!
She woke up at her hotel, soaked in the views, met up with Kyle, and checked the gardens off her bucket list. They felt transported by the sounds of nature and the sweet smell of coffee.
Now we're talking.
Meet Kathleen and Akshay. They arrived on the ferry this morning and kicked off their trip by exploring the oldest Chinatown in Canada. They went from checking out the history to checking into their hotel. The room, the view, everything was just perfect.
Rosemary and Paul enjoyed an exquisite lunch together and then found themselves strolling through some of Victoria's most iconic scenes. An afternoon filled with tranquility, mindfulness, and
waves of excitement. After an invigorating afternoon whale watching and learning about the local marine life, Danny closed out her perfect day at the art gallery, soaking up all of the unique cocktails.
Kathleen and Akshay wrapped up their day with a waterfront dinner, swapping stories, and then entrees. Their first day in Victoria couldn't have gone any better, and this was just the beginning.
Here in Victoria, you can't help but leave feeling energized, restored, inspired,
calm, and full of memories.
Victoria, BC. Let yourself be moved.
So I hope you felt moved and you got like that sense of wanting to come to Victoria. So where is Victoria located? I will expect like a lot of people to know where about we are, but we are on the west coast of Canada on Vancouver Island. Some people, even if you might not even like think about this, but a lot of people keep calling the island like Victoria Island, which is great, but it's not the name. It's Vancouver Island, and the city, the capital, is Victoria, as you can see here in the west coast. And this is a closer view of where we're located on this southern tip of the island. The island is very big. If you haven't been to the island or you have never been related to it, it's really big. Like just to drive from the southern tip all the way to the top, to the north of it, it's around like 8 hours. So it's a long distance, and it's a big island full of amazing things to do, amazing towns, amazing beautiful natural landscapes. But of course, we are located, and we are privileged to be located in this area because, as you can see, we're kind of like nested inside of the United States. So this map helps us to see where we are located in relation to Vancouver and Seattle, which are our ports of entry to get into Victoria. And there are many ways to get here that we will talk about them, but the map gives you that idea how close we are also to Seattle and to Port Angeles, for example. And also, it gives us an idea why we have this different weather than the rest of Canada. And it's because we are nested literally inside of this piece of land between the US and Canada here that give us a lot of great things, including the weather, that we will talk about it. But it's just to give you this idea on where we are located. So even on a clear day, like when I drive into downtown in Victoria, I can see actually the mountains in the US. I can see the big mountains in the US, like we can see the US. It's so close to us. So how to get here? Like you saw on the map, there are many ways of getting here. Most of them are great by itself. Like it's a great adventure just to get into a helicopter, a seaplane, or even a ferry, because if you're lucky and the weather is good, you can even see, for example, a lot of rainbows or whales that are just like traveling along the area. So it's a great way just to see all these beautiful islands as well that are in between Vancouver Island and the mainland. So the helicopter with HeliJet and the seaplane with Harbour Air takes around 30 minutes to arrive from Vancouver downtown to downtown Victoria. They both arrive into the inner harbor of Victoria. So it's a very convenient way of coming from Vancouver. But also we have flights, international flights with the international airport that also take around 30 minutes from Vancouver Airport to Victoria International Airport. And BC Ferries takes around 1.5 hours just to get from the outside of Vancouver and gets to the outside of Victoria, that it's called Tsawwassen. The terminal in Vancouver is called Tsawwassen, and it gets to Swartz Bay here in Victoria. And it takes around 30 minutes to get down to Victoria downtown. And we will see another map, and I will show you about how close we are to the ferry terminal. But it's a great option for people who want to save money, because of course you can take your car if they're driving, or they can just walk into the ferry, and it's one of the cheapest way, of course, to travel to Victoria. But I always say, like, try to combine the ways of coming from Vancouver. Like if you're coming on the ferry and then you want to go back on the seaplane, it's a great idea. So they also offer amazing rates sometimes, Harbour Air and HeliJet, in order to travel in this type of vehicles, that it's a great experience, like I said. And from Washington, like you saw, we're so close to Washington that there are multiple options as well to get there. As you saw, we're so close to Port Angeles. So the ferry that you see here on the top left corner, Black Ball Ferry, takes 1.5 hours to get from downtown Victoria to downtown Port Angeles. So just for you to know, like from Port Angeles, if people want to drive, for example, because this ferry can take carts and food passengers. So if people want to drive, for example, to Seattle, it takes around 2 hours, but also the peninsula also offers a lot of things to see. So a lot of people combine it, or they go into Seattle and then come to Victoria. So it's a great way, or a great loop, to also enjoy this area of Canada. And Kenmore Air, it's another option. It takes 45 minutes to get to Seattle, or from Seattle to Victoria. Also departs from downtown Victoria and arrives very close to downtown Seattle as well. And the Clipper, that it's another great option. It's a ferry. It's only food passengers, and it departs from downtown Victoria and it goes into downtown Seattle as well. So it's a great option for people who want to get there. It takes a little bit longer because it goes slower. It's a 3-hour sailing. But again, it's a great option also to even see like some sea creatures like whales and other things. It's a great option. And of course, the international airport that we have in Victoria that also can take flights from and to Washington, to Seattle. The international airport takes flights from many cities from Canada. We have direct flights from Toronto, Ottawa, many different cities in Canada, but also from the States. So we have many different cities that fly directly into Victoria. And we have Uber, because a lot of people think like, oh, how can I get from the airport to downtown? Because the airport is like around 40 minutes away from downtown Victoria. So, I mean, people can take public transportation, they can take a taxi, or they can take Uber as well. So this is another map of all the region of Greater Victoria. And as you can see on the top, on the blue side, at the very top, that's where the ferry station is located. So that's where the ferry arrives, and very close, a little bit lower, where it says Sydney, that's where the airport is located. So you can have an idea where those two terminals are, you know, the ferry terminal and the airport, and how it takes you to get to downtown at the very bottom, that you can see the inner harbor there. That it's the very, very bottom of this yellowish and orange area, where it says Victoria, James Bay, that's the downtown area. This is a closer view of the map of downtown, of that inner harbor. This is the inner harbor. As you can see where Blackball departs, where the Clipper departs down there. You can see the seaplanes where they take from or come from different places like Vancouver or Seattle. And you can see a lot of other things around here. And one of the main things to highlight here is that we are very easy to walk around. And one of the key selling features is, of course, that we're the capital of British Columbia. We're the oldest city in the Pacific Northwest. It's very accessible, as I said, like everywhere. It can be walking distance all around downtown area, and it's very easy to move around. We're the bike capital of Canada. We have so many bike lanes, so people can rent a bike, bring their own bike if they want, and just bike everywhere around. We're a world-class culinary destination as well. We have been recognized by different publications. We're the warmest city in Canada. And we'll talk more about that. And we have been recognized by many different magazines as well, like Condé Nast Travel, like the number one best small city in the world. And we're very friendly. That's why also we have been awarded for that. And we're very sustainable, because it's a way of living for us here. So we also have been recognized by that. So now let's go into accommodation. Like once people arrive here, where they could stay. So we have over 4,000 rooms available in downtown area, and around 6,000 rooms if we include the Greater Victoria area. So there are many different type of hotels. Of course, this one that you're seeing here used to be a castle, is the Fairmont Empress, and it's an iconic property that we have, but we have many other options for people who are looking for different options. So we have the comfort hotels that are more accessible in price ranges. So we have beautiful, like old manors. There's the Huntington Hotel and Suites, a Big Isle Hotel, the James Bay Inn that a lot of people love, or the Royal Scott that a lot of people also come just to stay here, because they're a little bit old, but they have a great price point, and they offer great service. So people love it, and they're all located in downtown area as well. Then we have Superior hotels. They're a little bit like more upscale, but not super luxurious. And they have many different options as well. They're all very unique and different. So we have the Parkside, for example, that it's a beautiful hotel, that it's very well located as well, but it's not in the inner harbor where all the noise it is. It's a little bit behind, but it's a beautiful property as well. Oswego Hotel offers, for example, rooms with kitchenettes. So for families, it's a great option. It's a little bit also behind like the inner harbor, but it's a really great option. The Delta, it's a beautiful property. Also waterfront, as you can see. The Chateau Victoria, another great option. And we have many others. These are just like a few options and a few examples. And of course, the luxury hotels. We have the Empress, like I said, a very good icon. And I always say, if people don't even stay in this hotel, they should just come inside and check out the restaurant, the bar, of course, the afternoon tea here, but many other things that they can be seen without precisely staying at the hotel. The Magnolia Hotel is a beautiful boutique property that has amazing views as well and great service. The Oak Bay Beach Hotel, which is also a great option, is a little bit further away from downtown, but a great option. And the Westin Bear Mountain, that also is a little bit further away, but it's a beautiful spot to be as well, very like secluded and next to a golf course in the mountain. If you want to know more about the hotels, I want to invite you to scan this QR code, because you can download all our travel planner that includes all the hotels, and it tells you like which one is located in downtown area, how far they are, if they offer a spa service, if they have parking, many other features that each hotel has. So if you want to download it, it's a great tool to actually sell Victoria. And of course, this beautiful photo of the Oak Bay Beach Hotel, which is an iconic area. Like their swimming pools and hot tubs are of course one of the best in the world. So let's now dive down into the top 5 reasons why to visit Victoria. Why Victoria is so special. If you haven't been here, I'm going to share with you the 5 top reasons to say, like, yes, this is the place that I have to travel, send my clients. This is the place. So the number 1 reason that everyone loves, including people who live here, like myself, is the mild temperature. We say that we have the best weather in all Canada, and I'm sorry for all my friends that live on the East Coast, but this is true because we have the mildest temperature all year round. We have like around 308 days of sun. That means that even if a day it's a little bit cloudy, like it was this morning, then the clouds get blown away and then the sun comes out and it's a beautiful, beautiful day. The temperatures are very, very mild during the entire year. They're around like 18 Celsius degrees. So they're very, very mild and they're very good and give us the option to be outside. That's why we have so many festivals during the entire year. We have so many activities to do outside that we can like not even like stop telling you about them. In our website, we have Canada with all our events, and it's another great resource to understand what is happening at what time of the year. Because sometimes it can be like a low season, and you can see that there are, like, for example, the room rates are very high, and probably that means that there's a festival going on and a lot of people come to that festival. So it's always good to see that calendar to see what is going on, and also for people who are looking for those type of festivals, they could actually come for those. For example, we have a lot of Christmas events like the Santa Parade, but we have many others. We have a jazz festival. This last weekend we had a beautiful festival that is called Splash, which is a symphony that we have in the inner harbor, like literally here behind, like in this area in the inner harbor behind me. And there's beautiful music played, classical music, and it's free. Everyone is just like watching it. We had fireworks. People on their paddle boards were like getting to like closer to the stage. It was amazing. It was an amazing event. But we have many other events happening all year round. They can be related to music, to arts, and to many other things that we have going on in Victoria. We have amazing attractions like this one that is one of the newest. If you haven't heard about it, it's called Malahat Skywalk. It's an amazing tower. It's like 30 minutes from downtown Victoria, but it's a great option for people who want to experience nature in a very accessible way. It's 100% accessible. It doesn't have an elevator. It's a ramp, but it's a very gentle ramp that can take you to the top and give you these amazing 360 views from the mountains, the island. In a clear day, you can even see Vancouver or Mount Baker in the States. Like, it's an amazing, amazing place. And if you're lucky, maybe you will see some whales that come into this area just to hang around. So it's a great option. It's like a elevated platform that takes you here, and then you go all the way to the top. And then there is a suspended net on the top, and there is also a slide, a spiral slide that you can see here in the middle that can take you down. And they're also developing other areas for people to have fun. It's a great activity to do in family or by themselves or with friends. They have a little hike that it's very, very easy to do. They have at the base, they have a station that offers certain foods. They have ice cream during the summer. During the summer also they offer music, free music that it's included as well. So it's a great option. During the summer they offer a free shuttle from downtown to the tower and back at different times. But it's also very easy to get there if people are not, for example, if they don't have a car. Like I said, they can grab a taxi, they can get an Uber. There are many different ways of getting here. And all in this area, there are other areas to see, like we have vineyards, we have a cidery. So it can be combined with other activities that are in this area. And because the weather is so great here, you can visit it all year round. Even during the winter, if we get a little bit of snow, because in Victoria we don't get snow, and if it snows, it gets melted the next day. This area, because it's a little bit higher, gets some snow, but it's a great place to just walk around and visit it with snow. They actually bring a Santa as well during Christmas, and a lot of people love to come and bring their kids to just visit it and see it. Because again, even if we have snow, it's not that cold. It's around 2 degrees, 5 degrees. So it's very, very easy to visit. Another thing that we love to do all year round is, of course, wellness activities. And so this is a floating spa. It's one of the newest attractions as well. It's a floating boat that is just stationed here, and it's a Nordic spa. So they don't offer massages, but they offer these circuits of cold and warm plunge pools and showers. They have a beautiful area for relaxation. And the best is their location. It's literally in the inner harbor. As you can see, their seaplanes are like next to it. So you can see the seaplanes landing. The sunsets are my favorite moment of the day to be here. Here's another view, for example. And again, it doesn't matter what time of the year, it's a great option to visit. I always recommend that people book in advance because they have like slots of people. So they have a maximum capacity. So it's always good to just book in advance. And other activities that we can do outdoors, literally all year round, is, for example, paddle boarding. So this is one of the options, one of the companies that do during this season until the fall. They do, for example, a night tour that they take you to see all the bioluminescence on the ocean. So it's a great option to also do and see for people who want to do those outdoor adventures, and they're not that hard to do, you know. So there are great options. But of course, we have bike tours. We have many other things for people who want to do it, like hikings and trails can be done like all year round as well. We have amazing hikes around the city. We have many different mountains to do this. Lakes, so many lakes around us as well, like everything between 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes from downtown Victoria. So that is the reason number one, the great weather. The reason number two is that we're very well known, if you haven't heard about that, is that we are the city of gardens. We have gardens everywhere. And this is, of course, related to the great weather. So we have gardens that are like open all year round, like the Butcher Gardens, that are an icon. But we have also like public parks like Beacon Hill Park that is open all year round, also offers many different activities. They have a farm for kids, for example, to visit and pet the animals. But we have many other gardens all around the city that people can just see. And they're like blooming literally all year round. That doesn't mean that the flowers are blooming all year round, but the garden it is. So it's beautiful green like all year round. Even during the fall, we have those fall colors coming in and out. That doesn't mean that it's going to look like ugly at a certain point. Most of the year, it looks beautiful. Also, we have the Victoria Butterfly Gardens. That is a dome that has all these animals that have been rescued. So people can actually see them and they're like free. So for example, you see this parrot that is just flying around. There are hundreds or probably thousands of butterflies literally like flying all around. They have an alligator that is, of course, inside like a water box, but they have flamingos. They have other birds, many different animals that are just like literally wandering around. So it's a great option also for families, and they're so close to the Butcher Gardens. And the Butcher Gardens, like I said, it's an iconic property. Of course, it has been here for over more than 100 years. So it's an iconic, it's a national historic site. So it's also a place that it's totally 100% worth it visiting. And it's open all year round. That doesn't mean that all year round you will see flowers, but they have different type of flowers. Of course, during the spring, they have certain flowers that bloom during that time. During the summer, they have different ones. And then at the winter, of course, they don't have flowers, but they have the gardens and they decorate everything with beautiful light displays all around it. And people come from all around the world to actually take their photos, like their family photos for Christmas or the end of the year here at Butcher Gardens. And they also offer many different activities. During the summer, for example, during July and August, they have fireworks on Saturday nights. So it's a great option as well to come and see. It's a great activity to do. Sorry. And they also have music. They have many different music groups that are playing music during the summer. Sorry, excuse me. During the winter as well, you know, like Christmas carols and other things. So it's a great option to see. A lot of people that come to Vancouver, they only do a trip all the way to Victoria just to visit the Butcher Gardens, which is a great option. But I always say Victoria has so much to offer that you need at least 1 or 2 nights to actually see all the other things, because Victoria is way more than just the Butcher Gardens, which is a great option to see, but just by itself, you need like half of a day to be here. So that's why I recommend for people to stay at least 1 or 2 nights here. The Abkhasi Gardens, which are another beautiful garden. It's a private garden. It used to be well, it has a beautiful history on why it did it. It was a prince that gave it to his wife. It's a beautiful garden, and they offer many services like tea service as well. It's beautiful to visit all year round. And like I said, public parks like Beacon Hill Park, which is huge, and it's located literally in downtown area. So there are many, many options to see the gardens. There are tours that only take people to different gardens. So gardens are everywhere. So that's why we're very well known as the city of gardens. And that's something that is very different. So that's why it's the reason number 2. So now let's jump into reason number 3. And that's the history. We have also a lot of history because we are, like I said, like the oldest city in Northwest Canada. Because of course, the indigenous people that were here before anyone else. But then, of course, the different colonies came. First, the Spanish colonies came, and then the English. And that's why Captain Vancouver actually came here first. And Victoria became a huge, important city before actually Vancouver existed. So we have a lot of history. We love to tell that history. There are many places to do and go through the history. One is the Royal BC Museum, that it's a great museum to see. It's also located literally in downtown, like around here, like next to the Fairmont Empress. And it has, of course, a permanent exhibit on how British Columbia actually started. And it's a great option to see and understand how we started as a province, as a continent, and it's amazing. And the other great ways of seeing it is doing a walking tour, because like I said, we're so walkable, so accessible, that one of the best ways of knowing the city and knowing that history is doing a walking tour. Also, we have cycling tours. So people who like cycling, they can do cycling tour. They have e-bikes for those that are not that into biking, or their physical condition is not the best. They can use an e-bike as well, and just know a lot about the city and the history on a bike, like I said, walking, or discover by themselves in the museum, or this place that is called Dino Lab as well, that it's a great option for families, where they teach the kids how to actually get the fossils out and how dinosaurs were here before humans and all of that. So it's a great option. Another great tour that a lot of people love is the one that is shown by this guy, that is called the Ghostly Walks. It's a great option. These Ghostly Walks are guided tours that only talk about the haunted stories around Victoria. So people love it, especially kids. Is one of the best options as well to know about the history, but from a different perspective. And of course, many other walking tours. Like I said, bike tours, there are different companies that provide this. And also, of course, people can do it by themselves, walking on Chinatown, which is the oldest Chinatown in Canada, but is the second oldest in North America after San Francisco. And it's beautiful. It has amazing shops. We have the narrower alley in Canada. And of course, Fisherman's Wharf, that is this floating, beautiful village. And we have the Parliament building as well, that offers also free tours to go inside and learn more about the building, the history, and how laws are made, because we are the capital of British Columbia, so that's very important. And we also have castles that tell a lot of history and that have a lot of character. They offer as well beautiful gardens that can be visited. This is Hatley Castle, but we have other castles as well that people can visit and just know a little bit more about the history. So we're very rich in history, and you can see that history all around the city. So that was the reason number 3. So now let's go to reason number 4, and that's the cuisine, all the gastronomy. We have amazing options of gastronomy to enjoy in Victoria. Of course, everywhere that you go in Canada, you can taste amazing things and you have iconic things. But what we have here is we have a lot of local products that we love to use. Like I said, we're sustainable, not because it's a trend, not because we want to do anything. It's just because it's sustainable for us to live that way. So we have many, of course, sources to bring a lot of food. We have very specific types of foods. We have like restaurants from very simple to something like fish and chips that, of course, are classic here, to also like an amazing seafood restaurant, like a very upscale, luxurious restaurant, to just doing s'mores at the Fairmont Empress, a donut tour that we have here, or just visiting all the little shops that offer, for example, delicious chocolates like Rogers Chocolates here. But we have many different restaurants that offer delicious food. Everything is local, organic, and comes from not more than 10 kilometers from here, because we have so many farms around downtown area that even locals, like we go and just get our produce from all these amazing farms that are around us, and it's organic, it's fresh, and it just gives that great taste into the food. Of course, we have amazing restaurants with chefs that come from all around the world to do it. And one of the most iconic things to do around gastronomy in Victoria is, of course, having tea. The afternoon tea is an iconic thing to do. It can be done in different places, but it's, I mean, if you are not related to it, of course, it's very British. It's something that we, of course, continue doing. The Empress, like this, is one of the best places as well to have it. Well, they even offer you some champagne to start. Their china, for example, has the original design that the royalty gave to the Fairmont when the Queen used to stay here. So it's a beautiful china that you can enjoy your tea there. And it includes all these beautiful appetizers that are like salty, savory, and sweet. They're amazing. So it's a full meal. A lot of people don't realize that, and they think that they're just like small bites, but actually it's a full meal. Like I don't even think that I have ever finished one like a full service of tea, because it has all these trays with all this food, and it's a lot. But it's an amazing experience to do. If people want to do it at the Fairmont, for example, I always recommend to reserve, like just to book in advance, because it gets very, very busy during the afternoon tea. And at the room that the Empress has, they take it very seriously. Like people dress up, hats are not allowed. You can see, for example, little girls dress up as princess, because they even serve a tea service for prince and princesses. So they have their own like little tea service, their own little plates and everything for them. So you can see all day, for example, the kids just dressed up, just coming up for this amazing experience that they just feel like princes, and prince. So it's a great experience to do at the Fairmont, but also in other places. This is the Butcher Gardens as well. They also offer the tea service. It's a great place to do it as well. They have a beautiful restaurant that it used to be the former house of the owner. So it's a beautiful place to also have the afternoon tea service here in Butcher Gardens while people are discovering, just to have a break and then continue their trip. So it's a great option. But we have many other places. We have the Pendray as well, which is a beautiful tea house in downtown Victoria. They have Cassie Gardens as well, that also offer the tea service outside in this beautiful like garden patio. So there are like many different options around the city to experience afternoon tea, but it's like a great reason. Like if people want to try different food, there are so many options. We have amazing foodie tours, by the way. Great foodie tours that can take people not only to an area, because like we are so compacted in downtown area, that actually can take you to a lot of restaurants just to try all the different options that we have in the area, in the city. So it's a great option to do, to try a lot of things, especially if people are only traveling for a couple of days. I always recommend them to do a foodie tour. But foodie tours do not include afternoon tea. That's very, very rare, because like I said, it takes some time to just take this tea and do the entire service. So I always recommend just to book it and have it like planned in advance. And so that was the fourth reason, the amazing food. And the number 5, it's all the wildlife, and that sense and scope of sustainability that I was telling you. So we have so many wildlife. We have one of the best spots to do whale watching. You can see whales, like all type of whales, grays, blue, humpback, orcas, all year round. I mean, the orcas, they're not all year round. The best season to see whales is between May and October, which is a very, very like broad window to come and see the whales. So it's a great option. But even during the off-peak season, people can go out and just see whales if they're lucky. But even when you go outside, you can see sea lions, you can see dolphins, you can see eagles, you can see so many nature and wildlife just outside. Like literally, you don't have to go that far. They're here because like I show you in the map at the beginning, we are like nested in that area. And a lot of the whales love to come and just be here, have their babies and rest and eat and have their own time. Actually, yesterday, there was a video posted. Again, some orcas were in the inner harbor, which is not that common, but it happens. Like a lot of times every year I see on social media, like people recording, filming these beautiful orcas coming so close to all to the inner harbor, to people that are walking on the beach. It's amazing. So of course we have that nature all around us. Like you don't have to go further, you don't have to travel too far, because we have that nature. We're surrounded by this beautiful, beautiful nature. And like I said, we're very sustainable. It's not that a trend here, is the way we live. So Greater Victoria is Biosphere certified destination and ranked number 2 as the most sustainable in North America, because our community, where it's very, very committed to that, we lead so many eco-friendly practices from the airport, cutting emission, carbon neutral, becoming carbon neutral, dining, for example. We have most of the whale watching tours are eco certified. We have green hotels. We don't serve plastic water bottles. You can refill your water bottle in a lot of places. Like, we try like very, very hard to not produce any of those like marks that are affecting our environment. So we live by that, and these efforts, of course, have helped Victoria to become one of the best cities. That's why we're one of the best cities in the world to visit, because we, like I said, we take it very seriously, and it's a way of living for us here. This is another friend that you can see very, very common outside anywhere that you are just visiting. Like I said, we are also surrounded by beaches, so people can go into a beach and just enjoy and see these amazing friends that are out there. We have so many farms, like I said, and they're organic farms that people can visit. This is one of the newest, that it's a lavender farm that is like 20 minutes from downtown. It's a great option to just see how actually we take this, like I said, that's the sustainable angle very, very seriously. But you can see, you can go to a bee farm, you can go to like a produce farm. People, for example, if they're bikers, they can take a bike tour just to all the farms and just visit them as well. And also shopping, it's important here, not because it's like, oh yeah, let's buy. No, it's about buying unique things. We have so many local shops that you cannot find anywhere else in the world. So we have many artists, local artists, indigenous artists that share their art here, and it can be found only here. And Greater Victoria is the resale capital of Canada. We have so many secondhand stores that you wouldn't believe it. It's the most resale shops per capita in the country. We have 44 in total, but I think they keep growing. Probably we have more today. So here, shopping and sustainability go hand by hand. So we take it very seriously. Like, our first option is not to go and buy something new. It's always look into these resale shops to see what they have around. So it's a great option as well to see. Even if people are not buying, it's a great option just to go and see, because we also have a lot of antique shops, because it's not only about clothing, it's about many other things. It can be furniture, it can be pieces of art. So it's a great option to see. And in this area, that it's a beautiful area that is called this street name, the street name of the here, it's Johnson, but it's a low area, so we call it the Lojo, like a little bit like New York as well, like Soho, but it's Lojo here. So it's a great area to visit as well here in Victoria. And well, those are the 5 reasons why to visit. I really encourage you to go into our website just to check all the sale resources that we have. There's a QR code here that you can also scan just to take you to this website, where we have the travel planner that I mentioned earlier. We have the official vacation guide with the name of all the restaurants, hotels, shops, and attractions, everything in one place. It's digital. We have the link to access our image and video library in case you want to create your own content. You can subscribe to our newsletter. And if you are thinking on coming, we also have an application form for you to come if you want to come and maybe get an attraction pass. But we will be giving some away today, so don't worry about that. But if you're planning to come, just let us know as well in advance. And we have so many other resources here that can help you just to sell Victoria, because like I said, even I just only spoke about those 5 things. There's so many other things to do that I could talk about, but of course we don't have that much time. But this is it for today. Here's my name again. Here's my contact information as well. If you have any question, my email is here. Please feel free to reach out. I will be more than happy to help you with ideas. We have so many itineraries ideas as well on our website that I really recommend you to go in there, like what to do on a 3-day vacation in Victoria. What if I want to do a romantic getaway? For golf enthusiasts, for example, we have so many golf courses. Not many people know that, but they're open all year round because of the great weather. So we have golf courses, and we have those itineraries in our website. And this website, the destinationgreatervictoria.com/travel trade, that's the place to visit just to see everything that we have available, all these itineraries. But again, if you have any question, please feel free to reach out, and I will be more than happy to support you. Thank you so much. And I will handle it back to Cindy.
Awesome. Thank you, Ari, for that wonderful, wonderful presentation. You have shared with us some incredible information.
Thank you so much.
Of course. All right. So agents, if you have any questions, please drop in the Q&A box. All right, let's start. So I do have a question here from Amber. Amber wants to know, do you know the average cost of an Uber from the terminal to downtown Victoria?
Yes, I think it's around, I mean, it depends. As you know, Uber has these dynamic prices, so it depends on the day and the time. But I think it's around $30-$40
Yeah,
Uber. So it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. That's usually like the average price if you want to go to like anywhere downtown. So
yes, from there, because it's a little bit further, right? Like the airport is a little bit further, so that's why. But once you're here, let's say that you want to go to a restaurant that it's like 5 kilometers away, then the Uber will be like $10.
yeah,
So it's
exactly.
very easy to move around. If they don't want to walk, again, they can walk.
Mm-hmm.
We even have some pedal like taxis, so people can take like those taxis.
That's
We
awesome.
have horse carriages, so people can take that as well. So that we have many different options to move around downtown area.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. We have someone here asking, do you know if there's an elevator in the Malahad Skywalk?
Yes, no, there is no elevator at the Malahide Skywalk. Like I said, it's 100% accessible. And I have seen many people use, for example, wheelchairs, walkers, or even canes just to get up. And it's very, very easy to go up because the inclination of the ramp is not that high. So it's very, very easy to do it. And even the attraction offers free wheelchairs, but they don't have that many. It's as people arrive, they will get them. So they cannot be booked in advance. So it's just a tricky one, but it's 100% accessible. It can take time though. So if people feel that they want to take a break, there are several benches all around the pathway. And then at the tower, there are benches for people to sit down, take a break, especially if there are like some people are afraid of heights. And I have seen them actually go through that fear going into Malahat Skywalk, because if they walk on the inside side of it, you're not seeing the outside. So it's kind of like not that bad. Then go all the way up and then go down. And again, it's 100% accessible. With a wheelchair, it's like 100% doable. With any mobility issues, it's 100% doable. And we actually have on our website, on tourismvictoria.com, we have an area that it talks about accessibility. And we have so many attractions that are 100% accessible, including whale watching. So it's an important thing to know. We're a very accessible city, not only because it's walking distance and walkable, it means that people who have any mobility issue can do so many things. And we actually have a provider that it's a nonprofit organization that does an amazing job here, that we work very closely with them, that they provide, for example, special gear for people to do hikes. Even with people that have zero mobility can do hikes. They have the proper, it's like a chair, like a bed chair that has some wheels and of course has to be pushed by someone, but they offer that service. And it's for people to experience things that they will never be able to do if there was no a wheelchair path. So it's an amazing, amazing company that provides that. They provide kayaking. They provide many activities for people who have mobility issues. It's called Power to Be, so you can just Google it. And they're great partners of us. We love working with them because they provide those amazing options. They have, for example, camps for kids that have, for example, that also can afford to rent all this equipment to do these outdoor activities, and they also provide that. So it's a great, great nonprofit organization that also works with the local indigenous people. So it's a great option to also see like not many people know, and I didn't have time to talk about that, but it's a great, great also angle that we have in Victoria, that it's 100% accessible. Most hotels are accessible, not all of them, because of course we have old structures, like I said, but many hotels have done the renovations to become 100% accessible. Like I said, whale watching can be done 100% accessible. This attraction, Malahat Skywalk. So anyone with any mobility issue can come and enjoy nature, whale watching, tours, anything, 100%.
That's amazing. Well, you just answered a few questions right there, because we did have a few people want to know about accessibility and also the indigenous population. So you got all that answered.
Perfect.
Right. We also have your Celine. She wants to know, are there any winery tours you recommend?
Yes, we have many different winery tours. We have a company that we work with. If you want to email me, I can send you the few companies that do it, and they can do the wine tours. Like my email, I can put it here, but it's ari.martinez@tourismvictoria.com. I just email me, and I will be happy to recommend you and give you the names of the companies that do that, because it's the best option to do it. You don't want people driving, drinking and driving, so of course not. So the best option is just to have a tour, so they can pick up the clients at their hotel, just take them to the different wineries, and then bring them back, or combine it with Malahat Skywalk, for example, and then come back, because most of them are North Island, but we have also some like around the airport area, for example. Not many people know, but we have wineries there. We have so many distilleries as well. I didn't talk about that, but we have amazing distilleries here. We have gin distilleries, whiskey distilleries that also take tourists. So any of these companies can provide that type of tours. So people who are like advocates for drinks, is we have a great scene around that.
Oh yeah, that is amazing. Okay, we also have a question here about camping. Is there camping sites there? And if there is, are there any restrictions to it?
We do have campsites. Most of them are in the outskirts of the city. They're not in the city, of course, but we do have some. I always recommend just to go into our website as well, in tourismvictoria.com. You can see some of the parks that we have, and or you can just go to Parks Canada as well and see the parks that we have around the city. They're a little bit more north, like in Goldstream, which is a beautiful park, like national park, that it's just like next to us. But we have many other areas that are very close, but they're a little bit more up island, I would say, not like in the city here, close to the city.
Awesome. All right, we also have the question here. Is there a French site for Destination Victoria?
That's a great question. Not yet, I would
Not
say.
yet, okay.
Not yet, but we
So
would love
if
to. Probably it's in the plans for the future. So.
mhm,
But any
awesome,
information that if they need any kind of information, specific information, we will be happy to see if we can provide it, translated into French.
awesome. Well, there you go, Celine. You can message Ari about the French translations. All right. When would you say is the best time to visit Victoria? What season?
I would say any season, like literally, like I said, because of the great weather that we have. Remember, like the coldest day literally is like 2 degrees, and it
That's
warms
great.
up during the day to like 6. So literally, it's not cold at all during
Mm,
the winter. And of course, during like the rainy season is not the best weather, I would say, but it's not that bad as well. Like I said, the clouds just go away and then the sun comes out and it's a beautiful day. But if people want to have a great experience, find great prices, and not that many people, not that many crowds, I would say the spring is a beautiful season, because of course we have all these beautiful flowers blooming everywhere. We have so many cherry blossoms blooming everywhere. So the spring is one of my favorite ones, and the fall. Those two seasons for me are one of the favorites, because it's not too hot. During the summer it can get really, really hot. I mean, 30 degrees, 33 degrees, so it's not that hot, but it can get warm. And a lot of people, of course, wants to be outside, so you will see a lot of people. Everyone is on the beach, da da da. But during the spring and the fall, I think those two seasons are beautiful, because we have flowers. Everything is green during the spring. So many activities to do outside already. It starts to get very like warmer, and during the fall, it's not that cold. You can still discover so many things. And during the fall is like our harvest season, so amazing food. Like if people are foodies, I say like come during the fall, because like I said, we only consume local, so we try to consume things that are like on season. So you're not gonna find squash during the spring, like it's only during the fall. So we have amazing restaurants that only work with like the season, or the seasonal ingredients that are available in the farms, in the local farms. So if you want to, like, if you're a foodie, I would say come during the fall. We have an amazing campaign that's called Flavor Trails. If you look into our website, you can find it as well, or just write me an email and I can share the information that gives you like an amazing flavor trail all around Victoria and the surroundings, like where to stop, what to eat, Go to the farm, try it yourself, like all of that. That it's a great option. That the best season to do it is during the fall. So which like any season, it's a great season, but I would recommend spring or fall.
Awesome. Well, I've never been to Victoria myself, but after your presentation today, I definitely need to visit. I'm a big foodie, so I'm going to keep falling in mind.
Yes.
All right. Well, that looks like all the questions we have for today. So, Ari, do you have any last minute words for the agents on why they should book their client for BC before we sign off?
Yes, absolutely. Another season, because it has something very special. And again, going back to the weather, because we have the great weather during the winter season, compared to other destinations in Canada, I think we're the best place to come. Like we have so many people coming from Alberta, for example, because during the winter or the spring that they still have snow, we have the sun and wearing shorts. But during the winter, we have a very nice winter here. So if people want to experience a mild winter and great activities, I will also recommend to try the winter. We have an amazing activities going on. So we are very focusing on wellness during the winter season, like January. So it's the best time to come and experience our spas. And there is no one. We have amazing activities going on for people to ground, to set their intentions for the new year, to just get relaxed and reset. So it's a great, great activity that we're doing as a destination to share with people and to make them have that like reset that they need. So instead of being in their houses locked down because of the snow or the cold weather, you can be here outside enjoying like a delicious meal, very like grounded, or a workshop or a spa, like a spa treatment, or like I said, the Haven spa, just the Nordic type of spa. So any of those things during the January season, which you can also find great rates in hotels. So it's also like a great thing to do. So I only want to leave that there because not many people relate to that time of the year. They're not probably thinking on traveling, but it could be a great option for people who want to do that like reset from a different perspective.
Yeah, I totally agree. Agents, instead of going somewhere else in the winter, visit Victoria. It's pretty warm there too, so great
Yes.
place to visit. All right, well, that is all for today. And again, agents, I want to remind you that there are 2 giveaways. I will reach out to the winner early next week, as well as I'll follow up with an email with all the information with Ari's contact as well. So you can just email her directly for any questions. And with that being said, thank you, Ari, again for this wonderful presentation. And thank you, agents, for being here with us for a whole hour. I'm glad everybody enjoyed the presentation. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye. We wait for you here in Victoria.